CR335-711. One count of no operator's license on the person. Please state your appearance for the record, starting with the attorney.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jim Fillmore on behalf of Antoine Brown, who's present on Zoom. Mr. Brown, can you turn your camera on if you are able to, please, and state your name?
My name is Antoine Brown. I can't cut the camera or something, say disabled by host.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. There's a date and time set for arraignment on the bench warrant. Please let me know how you would like to proceed, Ms. Phil.
Your Honor, we would ask that any warrants be recalled. As to the arraignment, we waive the formal reading and stand mute, and we do have a resolution today.
You do have a resolution?
Yes, Your Honor. That would be Mr. Brown will be pleading guilty to one count of improper plates and one count of failure, the amended count of failure to display a license, and that would be the ticket ending in 512. Count 1 would be amended to FTD, and all remaining counts would be dismissed.
I didn't get the ticket number that you were going to be reducing the other one on.
FTD.
One is as charged.
Ticket number ending in 9512 for the FTD.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
What was the other?
The ticket right below that, ending in 294, count 1, improper plates as charged, and the remaining counts would be dismissed.
Okay. Is that your understanding, Mr. Brown?
Yes, ma'am.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that what you say today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
You can put your hand down. You had an opportunity to talk to Attorney Fillmore in the breakout room. He advised you of your right. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And did anyone promise you anything, force you, or threaten you to take this plea today?
No, ma'am.
Are you taking this plea on your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Turning your attention to January 28, 2021, where you driving a 2007 white Ford vehicle in the area of Hall and East 7 Mile in the city of Detroit?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you come in contact with Detroit Police Department on that day?
Yes, ma'am.
When asked to produce a driver's license, were you able to do so?
No, ma'am.
Also turning your attention to July 6, 2021, where you driving a 2013 black Dodge in the area of Robinwood and St. Albans Street in the city of Detroit.
Yes, ma'am.
And did that vehicle have proper plates?
Yes, the vehicle had proper plates. I just didn't have driver's license. It was insured and everything. I just didn't have license.
So, Mr. Fillmore, the one that you said ending in 8294, I overlooked this one as well as an improper plate. You said that he was paying as charged, but this is not. This is an improper plate violation.
Mr. Brown, was your car, you had your registration and everything available for the police officer? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I had just got that Durango. We had insurance and the paperwork upon them stopping us. He basically, if I ain't mistaken, he just gave me tickets for driving with no no license.
Okay. All right. I guess you're gonna have to set it for a trial, Mr. Brown.
Yeah, I'm not. Truthfully, I'm not trying to set up for no trial. I'm trying to.
Wait. There is one that he did get on February 8th, 2019 for uninsured motor vehicle. We can give that one improper plate and dismiss this other one.
Yeah, these look like they're from different dates, Mr. Brown. They're not all at the same time. So I know you're referencing one traffic stop, but these are multiple different stops.
So yeah, can we establish a factual basis, Mr. Brown, on February 8, 2019, where you driving a Chrysler, silver Chrysler in the area of Woodward and Golden, okay, in the city of Detroit.
Yes, ma'am.
And when you were stopped, did you have insurance on that vehicle?
I'm not sure. I doubt it.
Are you saying no?
No, ma'am.
Just for the record, did you have insurance on that vehicle on that day?
No.
Okay, so the court will enter a guilty plea of improper plates for the ticket number ending in 9634 for improper plate for reduced plea of improper plates on that matter. And we will enter an amended plea of failure to display on ticket number ending in 9512. For both of these, each one of these will be a $200 fine. How long will it take you to pay those? It's a total of $400.
I should have that I should have it paid by the end of the week when I get paid.
Okay. Counselor, are you satisfied with factual basis?
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
And do you stipulate to probable cause on the dismissals?
So stipulated.
Okay, the remaining matters in these cases will be dismissed without prejudice pursuant to a plea agreement. And I will give you 30 days to pay this. Mr. Brown, you'll have until April 10th. Did you say 30 days would be enough?
Yes, ma'am.
April 10th, 2023 is your due date.
Okay.
If you don't pay them by April 10th, then you need to appear back before me on this same Zoom.
Okay.
That concludes your hearing. You have a good day. At 8:35. So if you don't pay it, you need to be here on the same Zoom on April 10th at 8:35 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good day.
You have a great one. Thank you.
Good luck, sir.
Ms. Vance, did we come to an agreement on, oh, you may not. Are you aware of the agreement we came to on Mr. Bayer?
I am.
Okay. Recalling the matter of the People versus Ryan Michael Bayer, ticket number SP 138-77311. Please restate your name for your appearance for the record.
Janaki Nance appearing on behalf of Mr. Bayer. Mr. Bayer, please state your name for the record.
Ryan Michael Bayer.
Judge, the court did note that there was what the court believed to be an additional ticket on behalf of Mr. Bayer. And with that, Mr. Goss, Assistant Corporation and Counsel, I had an opportunity to go and review Mr. Bayer's driving record. It appears, Judge, that Mr. Bayer actually already tendered a plea of guilty on October 10th of 2022 to the without using caution with due care charge. And it is my understanding from Mr. Goss, because that matter has already been adjudicated, it is recognized by the Secretary of State. The city of Detroit, they are willing to allow Mr. Bayer, if the court consents, to withdraw his plea on the matter that he just pled for with the driving while license revoked. And they will be dismissing the driving while license revoked count as well as the no insurance.
The court will allow you to withdraw the plea on the revoked license. However, Mr. Bayer, does Mr. Bayer remember these matters being adjudicated? We show them as being in default, but not being adjudicated. And I just want to correct that for the record.
No, all I got was a notice saying that I owed money.
Yeah, so we will say that this matter has been in default, Ms. Nan, but there's
Okay.
nothing in the court's records that show that this matter has been adjudicated. However, I don't think that it changes any of the plea agreement. We will.
What does it mean with the Secretary of State?
I'll place.
So, go ahead, Ms. Nan.
Mr. Bayer, basically, this matter is already in default. You already owe. The Secretary of State has already done what they were going to do for your license because it was in default. What the
Okay.
people are saying, the prosecution is saying in this case, because you've already had to deal with the ramifications associated with at the Secretary of State level, they are not going to have you plead guilty to another count and dismiss it, the other count.
Okay.
They're just gonna dismiss everything that you came to court for here today, because
Okay.
the Secretary of State has already addressed this matter with your license by it being in default.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Thank you. I appreciate-
You're
yep,
welcome.
I appreciate that.
So that means you still owe for the 252.
Right, so don't forget that you still owe for those other two. However, the court is going to enter a dismissal without prejudice on these two remaining matters. Ticket number ending in 7731, counts 1 and 2 will be dismissed.
Can I pay that online or do I have to come down to the court?
The 252, you should be able to pay online. You should be able to find out online,
Okay. Thank you.
okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And so you have that civil infraction that's in default, which is taken into consideration as part of the plea agreement for today. To dismiss these two other matters, you will be paying the $252. And you can make those payments within the next 2 weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Can this Friday and next Friday, is that considered 2 weeks?
That I will do March 28th. You can make it due by March 28th.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, you're all set.
All right, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
I have the probation officer here for
DeAndre Brown.
DeAndre Brown for you, Mr. Fillmore.
Before we do his matter for the probation, do we still have a Mr. Bird ready to go? Is there a Mr. Marquis Low Bird?
They probably left here.
Okay. Did any of you talk to Mr. Marquis Low Bird?
Don't believe so, Your Honor.
Let me see.
If he left before talking to either of you, I issued bench warrants. If he talked to you and then left.
No, this is the one who's outside.
Oh, shoot.
Yes,
Forgot about him. He's
Yes.
here in person.
yes.
So we'll do these last two review hearings and we should be all set to go for this afternoon.
We just have one left.
What did we do with Mr. Bomeza? He's coming back on 410
Yes, Judge,
And-
410 on both matters.
and you're gonna request a transcript, Ms. Nan?
I mean, I can call, but I gave him that information as well because I'm
Yeah,
not
he
sure
needs
if there's
to-
a cost associated with that.
Okay. No, no problem. Now calling the matter of DeAndre Brown, ticket number Z808552. One count of OWI, high blood alcohol level. Please state your appearance for the record, starting with probation officer, please. Officer Farmer.
You're on mute, Mr. Farmer.
Good morning, Your Honor. Derek Farmer on behalf of probation. I'm sorry.
And Jim Fillmore on behalf of Mr. Brown, Your Honor. Mr. Brown, would you please say your name? You're on mute also, Mr. Brown.
Sorry, DeAndre Brown.
Today is the date and time set for a review hearing in this matter. Mr. Officer Farmer, I apologize, Officer Farmer, do you have a report?
Your Honor, according to the notes in the system, the defendant still has a balance of $730. He also was supposed to email over proof of completing the victim's impact panel class, and he was still doing drug testing. That is the only notes that I have from the managing PO, which is Officer Gary Bradfield.
What was the last time that he did, when was the last time that he did submit for, what, did you say blood testing?
Drug testing.
Blood testing.
It looks like I have a date of February the 22nd is the last time it was updated.
And what was the result?
According to the notes, Your Honor, there was no positive screening, so I'm assuming it was negative.
Has he paid anything towards the fees?
According to the financials,
He paid $50
$50.
yesterday.
Mr. Brown, you paid $50 yesterday, the day before your hearing, you just came in here, ran in here and paid $50 out of $790.
No, well,
Seven, you paid 50 and it's 740 now.
What?
It's 730 now.
well, yeah, I had paid, I paid, but after a while I got on, it was $740 that you had, that I was supposed to have been paying. But when I looked at it, it said $790. So that was my first time doing it. I sent $10 in to see how it worked and how it was going to work in my account. It took the $10, and then I did turn around and send $50 in. I was waiting on my income taxes, but they, like, you had me at 740, but when I went into the system of 36 district, it had me at 790. But
Okay, so
according to
there's a 50.
the initial paper was
Okay, wait, Ms. Brown. I understand the $50 discrepancy that we will have to address at some point if there, because first of all, I was not the judge of record at the time. But it may have gone into warrant status and you may have increased some of the fees. Anything that may be disputed that, if there is a dispute at some point, you can certainly dispute it, but that doesn't negate the reason or explanation as to why you haven't paid more than $50 of the 700. And let's just say that it's a $700 fee.
Okay. Well, no, I wasn't disputing anything. I had assumed that there was going to be some fees, but just because it was over the online. I wasn't disputing that. I was just saying that I did pay 60, and for the record, I was just taking care of things in order. When I talked to my probation officer, Mr. Bradfield, he told me, he said, DeAndre, you've been on there since October. Come on now. So I took care of the the Mad Mothers Against Drug Driving. I took care of my course. I took care of the other screening. I was just taking it in the order. And when January came around, at that time I had been on like 2 months, 3 months, and I was just figuring it out. I was waiting on income taxes. So it was, when I talked to my probation officer, he told me, go ahead and pay it. I was just trying to do it according to my schedule. I only had to October for this. And he said, so I know it's more important to go ahead and just pay it and get it out the way, which I can do, Your Honor. I was just trying to step by step and do my reviews with Mr. Bradfield and do it step by step. And I was waiting for this year, because he caught me I started on this at Christmas time.
Okay, one moment. Ms. Officer Farmer, was there anything else outstanding besides the $740 in fees and fines?
I don't, in the system, it says he still needed proof of his classes, Your Honor. So I don't know if he emailed that to him or not, but it's not reflected in the system.
I did, Your Honor. I emailed it to him. I have confirmations from Mr. Bradfield. I sent him all the paperwork. At the time I did the Mother Against Drug Driving, they did not have me in the system, but when I went to the class, he took my money order and gave me a receipt and everything, and gave me the paperwork, all that I sent to Mr. Bradfield. It should be in his email, and I have a copy of my email as well, his return of thank you that he received everything. I just been doing everything according to order. No problems.
Mr. Fillmore, do you have anything to add?
Nothing further, Your Honor. I would just ask that Mr. Brown be given another review date, perhaps in 8 weeks.
Okay, we're gonna set this matter for review on May 8th, and hopefully Mr. Bradfield will have proof of your classes.
Okay, I'll double check. I'll tell him.
And if this is are you working?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I've been working for 10 years at the Home Depot. I'm here in Dearborn, Michigan.
Okay. Are you able to make $100 a week, a payment of $100 a week up until now, until your next court date?
I would hate to make that decision right now and say yes to that, Your Honor. I'm just actually waiting on income taxes, but I definitely would take care of it. I don't want to say 100 a week. I'm single parent right now.
At minimum $50 a week. At minimum.
I'll do my best.
Okay, do your best.
I'll do my best.
I will see you back here on May 8th.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good luck, Mr. Brown.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Have a blessed day.
You too.
Me too.
We have one more matter that is in person on a review, probation review. I don't know if one of you want to, which one of you would like to handle it. It's in me.
I'll
And
take
the other
care
one
of it.
will be gone for
You
the
will?
rest of it.
Yeah, I will. Go ahead, Mr. Fillmore. I'll take care of it.
Your Honor, may I
And
be
you-
excused? I'm gonna try to race to Pontiac if that's okay.
That's fine with us. Are we off? Are we off?